Your body has a way of sending quiet signals before a big health problem, and your kidneys are a perfect example. But are you listening? Or are you brushing off those subtle signs as just stress, a bad night's sleep, or part of getting older? If you ignore these whispers, you could be heading for serious, irreversible damage. By the time the symptoms are loud enough to sound like alarms, it might be too late. Kidney failure is often silent in its early stages. In fact, many people don't realize their kidneys are in trouble until a lot of function is already gone. The good news? Catching it early makes a world of difference. Knowing what to look for, both the quiet signs and the loud ones, is what empowers you to act. In this video, we're going to walk through the 10 critical warning signs of kidney failure that you should never ignore. We'll cover everything from the subtle changes you might be dismissing right now to the urgent signs that mean you need to see a doctor immediately. But first, let's quickly touch on what your kidneys actually do. Think of them as your body's master filtration plant. These two bean-shaped organs work 24/7, filtering about half a cup of blood every single minute. They pull out waste, toxins, and extra water to create urine. They also help control your blood pressure, make hormones for strong bones, and produce red blood cells that carry oxygen everywhere. When this system starts to fail, it sends ripple effects through your whole body, which leads to the signs we're about to discuss. 1. Changes in urination. One of the first places to look for signs of kidney trouble is, you guessed it, the toilet. Since your kidneys are in charge of making urine, any changes in how often you go, or what it looks like, can be an early red flag. A very common sign is needing to pee more often, especially at night. This is known as nocturia. It happens when your kidneys' filters are damaged and can't concentrate urine properly, so you feel the urge to go more frequently, especially when you lie down. You might find yourself waking up 2, 3, or more times a night. Another huge change to watch for is foamy or bubbly urine. If your pee consistently has a layer of foam on top, almost like the head on a beer, and you have to flush a few times to get rid of it, that's a major warning sign. This foam is often caused by too much protein, called albumin, leaking into your urine. Healthy kidneys are supposed to keep this protein in your blood, so when it spills out, it's a clear signal that the kidney filters are damaged. Finally, pay attention to the color of your urine, especially if you see any blood. Damaged kidneys can let blood cells leak out, which can turn your urine pink, red, or brownish. 2. Persistent swelling, edema, swelling in your body that just won't go away. The medical term for this is edema, and it's a classic sign of declining kidney function. When your kidneys aren't working right, they can't get rid of extra sodium and fluid. All that extra fluid has to go somewhere, and it ends up accumulating in your tissues. You'll usually notice it first as swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet. Maybe your socks feel tight by the end of the day, or you can see a little dent in your skin after you press on it. In more serious cases, the swelling can show up in your hands or face, causing puffiness, especially around your eyes when you wake up. It's easy to blame this kind of swelling on things like standing all day or eating a salty meal. But when the swelling is caused by kidney issues, it's more persistent and usually gets worse over time. It's a direct sign that your kidneys are losing the fight to keep your body's fluids in balance. 3. Unexplained, crushing fatigue. Feeling tired is one thing. But the fatigue that comes with kidney disease is on a whole different level. It's a deep, relentless exhaustion that doesn't get better, even with plenty of rest. This happens for a couple of big reasons. First, as your kidneys fail, toxins and waste build up in your blood. This condition, called uremia, can make you feel weak, worn out, and just plain sick. It can also make it hard to focus, causing a kind of brain fog. The second reason is anemia. Healthy kidneys produce a vital hormone called erythropoietin, or EPO, which tells your body to make red blood cells that carry oxygen. When your kidneys are failing, they produce less EPO. With fewer red blood cells, your muscles and brain don't get enough oxygen, which leads to that profound weakness and fatigue. This is why someone with advanced kidney disease might feel out of breath just from walking across the room. 4. Constant, maddening itchy skin. An often overlooked but incredibly frustrating sign of advancing kidney disease is severe, non-stop itching, also known as pruritus. This isn't just a minor annoyance, it can be a deep, maddening itch that can ruin your sleep and seriously impact your quality of life. This happens because failing kidneys can no longer keep the right balance of minerals and nutrients in your blood. When waste builds up, it can trigger intense itching all over your body. A major culprit is high levels of phosphorus in the blood, which is very common in people with kidney failure. On top of that, the skin often becomes incredibly dry and may even look cracked or scaly, which only makes the itching worse. A lot of people don't connect itchy skin with their kidneys and might waste time trying different creams with no luck. If you have a persistent itch that has no obvious skin-related cause, you should definitely talk to your doctor about checking your kidney health. 5. Loss of appetite and a metallic taste. A strange and unpleasant sign of worsening kidney disease is a major change in your sense of taste, along with a loss of appetite. Many people say that food, especially meat, starts to taste metallic or like ammonia. This is a result of waste products, especially urea, building up in your blood, that same condition we called uremia. It can directly affect your taste buds and also cause bad breath that some describe as smelling like ammonia. This awful taste can turn eating into a chore, which naturally kills your appetite. This is often paired with nausea and vomiting, especially in the morning. When you constantly feel sick to your stomach and food tastes terrible, you can start to lose weight without meaning to, which is a serious problem for patients with kidney failure. It's a sign that the toxins in your blood have reached a level where they're disrupting your whole digestive system. 6. Shortness of breath. Feeling winded after just a little bit of effort is a serious sign that can be tied directly to failing kidneys. This shortness of breath usually happens for two main reasons linked to kidney failure. First, as we mentioned with swelling, failing kidneys struggle to get rid of extra fluid. That fluid can build up in the lungs, a condition called pulmonary edema, which makes it incredibly hard to breathe. It can feel like you're drowning, and it often feels worse when you're lying down. The second reason is anemia. Like we covered, damaged kidneys don't make enough of the hormone EPO, which leads to a shortage of red blood cells carrying oxygen. When your body isn't getting enough oxygen, you can feel breathless from simple things like getting dressed or just talking. This symptom is sometimes mistaken for asthma or a heart issue, but it's a critical clue that you could be dealing with advanced kidney disease. 7. Muscle cramps and restless legs. Painful, frequent muscle cramps, especially in the legs, are another tough symptom of advanced kidney disease. These cramps can strike any time, day or night, and are often caused by out-of-whack electrolyte and mineral levels. Healthy kidneys keep the right balance of sodium, potassium, calcium, and phosphorus in your blood. When kidney function drops, these levels can get chaotic. For instance, low calcium and high phosphorus can lead to muscle cramping and twitching. Nerve damage, which can also happen from a chronic buildup of toxins, can add to the problem. Some people also develop restless leg syndrome, that uncontrollable urge to move your legs, especially at night, which can completely wreck your sleep. While cramps have lots of causes, when they keep happening alongside other symptoms on this list, it's a strong sign that your kidneys might be compromised. 8. Brain fog and difficulty concentrating. When your kidneys can't filter toxins out of your blood, that buildup can directly mess with your brain. This can cause what a lot of people call brain fog, that frustrating feeling that you just can't think straight. Symptoms include having a hard time concentrating, memory issues, confusion, and dizziness. You might find it tough to follow a conversation, remember names, or stay focused on one task. The combination of high toxin levels and anemia means your brain might not be getting enough oxygen to work at its best. This mental impact is a serious sign of uremia, showing that the waste products in your blood are high enough to affect your central nervous system. 9. New or worsening high blood pressure. The relationship between your kidneys and blood pressure is a two-way street. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is a top cause of kidney disease, but kidney disease can also cause or worsen high blood pressure. This creates a dangerous cycle that's hard to break. Here's how it works. High blood pressure damages the tiny, fragile blood vessels in the kidneys, making it harder for them to filter waste. In turn, the damaged kidneys get worse at regulating fluid and sodium, which drives your blood pressure even higher. They can also release hormones that squeeze the blood vessels, cranking up the pressure even more. If you suddenly develop high blood pressure, or if your existing high blood pressure becomes harder to control with medication, it could be a sign your kidneys are struggling. 10. Nausea and vomiting. As kidney failure gets to its final stages, the buildup of toxins from uremia can become so overwhelming that it leads to constant nausea and vomiting. This is often a sign of end-stage renal disease, ESRD, where kidney function is at a critical low. At this point, the body is essentially being poisoned by the waste that the kidneys can no longer filter out. This causes severe digestive distress, making it nearly impossible to keep food down. As we talked about earlier, this usually comes with a total loss of appetite and a metallic taste, leading to malnutrition and serious weight loss. When symptoms get this severe, it's a clear signal that the body is overwhelmed by toxins. This is a medical emergency and a sign that immediate action, like starting dialysis or getting a kidney transplant, is needed to stay alive. So those are the 10 critical warning signs of kidney failure. As a quick recap, we covered changes in your urine, persistent swelling, deep fatigue, constant itching, loss of appetite and a metallic taste, short of breath, muscle cramps, brain fog, high blood pressure, and finally, severe nausea and vomiting. Many of these signs, especially early on, are sneaky and can easily be blamed on other, less serious things. That's why kidney disease is often called a silent killer. You can lose up to 90% of your kidney function before you notice any clear symptoms. The most important thing to take away from this is to listen to your body and not ignore changes that stick around. If you're experiencing several of these symptoms, especially if you have risk factors like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or a family history of kidney problems, it is so important that you talk to your doctor. A simple blood and urine test can check how well your kidneys are working and catch problems early. Being proactive is your best defense. Early detection can slow down or even stop the disease from progressing to kidney failure, helping you live a longer, healthier life. Kidney disease is called a silent killer for a reason. But silence doesn't have to mean helplessness. If you're seeing these warning signs in yourself or someone close to you, speak up and get checked out. Like this video to support health awareness, share it with friends and family, and subscribe so you never miss crucial health tips like this.